Yeah, g'day riders. So I just been going back through some of my videos and I've found that I've recorded quite a few times that I've fallen off. So I just thought I'd put them all together and give a bit of an overview. This was Fraser Island, where we're basically riding in one track, and this driver nicely pulls over. As I go over to the other track, my front wheel just skids on the centre hump and then turns across and locks up, and I put my foot down in the hole and down I went into the bushes. So they were nice and polite and pulled over, and I was sort of tangled up in the bushes, just picked the bike up and tried to get it going and get out of their way as quickly as possible. So that's the beauty of these. They don't tend to fall that far when you just fall in like that. The next one, we're at the KTM Rallye, and it's a nav rally where you're basically following the track on the GPS, but sometimes you're just following the riders in front, and in this case that turned out to miss a little left-hand turn, and we went straight ahead into a field with nothing but baby head boulders and little trees. And when I went to stop, of course, put my foot down, and there was a tree there and I couldn't actually get my foot down, little sapling thing. So then I awkwardly tried to pick the bike up, and Alan came back to give me a hand. The whole while this is happening, there are riders in front of us, riders pulling in, riders all around that have followed the bigger line, and at this point we still thought the track actually went up through this lot, which we all could have done if we were standing on the pegs and aiming in the right direction. There was a bit of a track, so oh well, that's not the worst of it. Then the next time we're on Fraser Island, and we're doing the bypass from next to Orchid Beach, and so I couldn't see Michael, so I slowed down and waited for him, and ended up swapping around. He went in front, and then it's actually quite hard because the rider in front's made little weavy tracks reacting to it, and so I thought I'd get out of that wheel rut. I slowed right down to get over to the right, and the ruts are just so deep with the bull dust in them. So my wheel's basically still down in the ditch, and the bike and tank were in the middle. So yeah, I just popped her up and away I went. So here we are back at the Rallye again, 10 seconds after the last one. I just couldn't string them all together. It's just too embarrassing. 10 seconds after the last one, and we're still deciding that the track is up ahead, but it is not. So we head up there, and I take a bit of an alternate route, and then the bike falls over, and Alan realises the track's back the other way. So just to give you an idea on the terrain in here, you can see these rocks. If you just watch Alan when he manoeuvres around to come back to give me a hand to pick the bike up, because why wear yourself out? I mean, here he is, and he very nearly goes down. I mean, that was as close as you can get to going down without dropping it. So then he finally gets his bike on the stand and comes back to give me a hand. Just I can lift the bike, and I'll show you a couple of other instances where I do, but if there's someone around who can give you a hand, why not? Don't get to be 61 without conserving a bit of energy. So we get it back up and back on deck. Now you can see I've got the low seat on my bike. I don't know how you guys ride with the Rallye seat on, which is another at least 2 inches taller. I would fall off all over the place. Get her aimed in the right direction, and I'd love to say this is the end of that, but we'll be back here in a second. So Here's Michael at the end of the Orchid Beach bypass, Champagne Pools, and I'm just coming along to see what happened to Michael here. As you can tell, it's very soft, very dry, very deep, rutted sand, and we'll do a bit of a Quincy MD of Michael's fall.
It started back there.
Hey?
It started back there, then there, then there, then there, and it ended there.
Yeah, it's just a Superman. I landed on my head too.
Oh, nice.
So the reason I've got this one is because about 50 meters later, just as I was riding on the side, if you look down and see it, I've just put my foot down and dropped the bike there. So, like I say, I'll wait for someone to come give me a hand. So here we are back at the Rallye again, and you know, if you look down there, you'll realise what a nightmare these baby head rocks are. They're just shocking. Fine if you're moving, fine if you're up on the pegs, and fine if you're over 6 foot tall. I'm not any of those three things at this point in the game. So I couldn't get my side stand up in the first one, and now the bike's hooked up on two rocks at the same time, and pops over one and trying to go around, looking very awkward, and down she goes.
Hell.
So, sorry about the swearing, but yeah, that was a bit irritating and unnecessary. And by this stage, everyone else has realised that the track goes the other way, so I was also facing downhill and a little bit of a better position, so just popped it back up and off we go. No one saw that, no harm, but yeah, no big deal, no damage to the bike, just puffs you out a little and distracts you and takes you out of the groove. But soon enough we're back into it. Any moment now. Trying to tell people this ain't the track. Let's see if we get out without falling again. Not even I could do that. Surely. Al thought I was stranded again. He's a good mate. He's always willing to give me a hand. So here we are on day 3 breakout section, and yeah, the riders in front of me were doubling, so I stayed behind them for a while, but I saw my chance. I thought, yep, I'll make the move, get over here, get out of the way, and I just put my foot down and had my balance wrong the whole time. Basically, the wheel was sliding to the left, and I had my head turned and my body weight and everything to go to the right, and yeah, it wasn't going right, it was going left. So the rider and pillion are not in the same rut that I'm in, but they're behind, and I thought, I'll just snatch the bike up and get out of their way and clear off. Alan's way up in the distance by this stage. So this was a fun little breakout, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to see some more of these videos. There's a couple more coming up and a few more bits and pieces, so yeah, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Cheers. And this is just a bit of a preview, but please like and subscribe, or drop us a comment on the channel. It really does help, and yeah, thanks.
This looks dry. It's not. Not at all. Not a little bit. Let's get a couple of traction controls. but it is, you can leave the throttle on a bit more. Interesting.